Let's begin this episode by watching a small video clip that is all about 3 sure shot signs you are dealing with a narcissist. If you find any of these signs in the person that you're with, you must run to hills immediately and never look back. Before we begin with number 1, I have something really important to share with you. I have created a course on how to break a trauma bond with a narcissist. In this course, in this program, I'll help you learn how you become trauma bonded with a narcissist, and then I'll teach you how to break this trauma bond in 5 practical steps. I'll share all the tools and techniques required for you to move on and recover. If you want to get access, you can click the I button above or the link in description. 3 signs the person you are with is a narcissist and is pretending to love you. Third one is the most important one. You do not want to miss it. And if you see these 3 signs in somebody, you must walk away right now. Number 1, they have wandering eyes and wandering body. They are with you, but they are looking elsewhere. They're always there. Why? Because they're looking for supply. They should be satisfied. They should be there with you, there for you, because you're giving them everything. What else are they searching for? The fact that they're going everywhere else except you means they do not love you. Number 2, they take zero accountability for their actions. Let's say you make them see what they are doing and they won't see it. Instead, they will blame it on you. They'll say, oh, you this and you that, you're making it up. Gaslighting, you know how the story goes. Number 3, and the most important one, they are putting in all the efforts in the wrong way for the wrong thing. But when it comes to putting in efforts for the real thing, they run away. What do I mean by all of that? See, they put in so many efforts to gain control over you, to make you fall for them, to make you like them, to get your attention. They do all the things. You know how love bombing works. But when it comes to putting in efforts to be there for you, to show you that they are loyal, they turn out to be the biggest coward. They run away and they abandon you. Let me expand number 1 for you a little bit more. So they have wandering eyes and wandering body. What does that mean? They are trying to get supply from other people. They are with you, their eyes are on somebody else. Maybe it's a narcissistic man and you are their partner. When walking on a street, you know where their eyes go, on the woman who is passing by. And initially that might make you uncomfortable, but you may not say anything at all. You may think, oh, maybe it's just beginning of the relationship or the beginning of knowing each other. Slowly that might change once we fall for each other. But it does not change. They're always oriented towards something new, a new prey, a new hunt. And that is extremely disturbing because it makes you feel unwanted and unlikable. Remember this, if somebody is in love with you, they won't go anywhere else because you will be more than enough for them. They say, oh, men are like that. No. Men who are genuine, who have integrity, who are loyal, who are truly rooted and grounded in their masculinity, will know how to respect their partner. Their eyes won't wander. Their body thirst will not take over their capability to control it. Once they step into a relationship and genuinely love the person they are with, they won't go anywhere else. I'm just sharing this with you because people, especially women, are gaslit into thinking, oh, men are like that. No, that is big, fat lie, nothing else. This is not just about men, about people in general, people who are in relation. You're supposed to feel satisfied with the person you so claim to love. Now, why do you go elsewhere? The possibility is you are lying, which is what narcissists do all the time. What you also need to understand and remember is you may not get to see this behavior, especially in the beginning, until you fall for them or until the narcissist has fully trapped you. They may be hyper-attuned, they may be there all the time, paying attention, messaging you, calling you, not going elsewhere, not looking elsewhere, And this first sign might make you think, well, the narcissist that I was with or that I am with currently is not doing this. So does that mean they're not a narcissist? Of course not. Once the narcissist knows you have fallen for them and you won't just walk away, they display this behavior. You won't get to see this behavior until they ensure you're fully invested and you are devoted, you're loyal, you're not going to leave them like that. They will ask questions, they'll test, and once they get the confirmation, then you will get behavior. Then you will get to know or find out that they are doing something to do. But unfortunately, it's applicable to all survivors who are empathetic, who are invested. It becomes extremely difficult to leave at that point. You develop cognitive resonance. They sporadically show that nice side again, and you're like, oh, he is back, she's back. You know how the story goes, which creates trauma bonding, becomes very, very complicated. The moment you discover this person that you are with is wandering always, is distracted easily, their eyes are somewhere else, possibly on other sources of supply, and they're always trying to hunt them down, you must leave no matter what stage this relationship is at. If you have just gotten married to them, or maybe it has become serious and you have proposed and all that, still break it off, destroy it. It's not worth it. Number two, they do not take responsibility for their actions. They cannot be held accountable. Now, you have to be a little cautious because in the early stages, a narcissist may feign remorse, may apologize while swallowing their rage, while biting their tongue, while suppressing their narcissism. They may put on the mask after violating you here and there, after their narcissistic self pops up and hurts you in one or the other way. They may say sorry, which might make you think, oh, maybe he or she is not narcissistic because he says sorry. No, you have to always look for the patterns, because ultimately this person is going to start manipulate and gaslight you. If they are a narcissist, they are going to blame it all on you. Let's take the example of what I was talking about in number one. You find out their eyes are wandering, they're looking at other people and in a bad way. You ask them, what is this all about? Why are you doing that? Because you're committed to me. This is not an open relationship. We are together now. Why? Why would you do that? Instead of truly being apologetic, instead of truly taking responsibility or saying this is a bad habit, I'll try my best to change it, and then put in efforts to genuinely change it, what will they do? They will criticize you. They will blame you. They'll say, oh, you're making up things. You're so controlling. I'm not so sure about this relationship. I don't want to be with you because you want to puppeteer me. You want to decide how I should behave. You want to tell me what I should do. They will make you look monstrous. They will make it seem like, oh, you are trying to keep them under your thumb. You are trying to dictate their life, when that is not the case. It is just deflection, because they don't want to acknowledge they are doing something wrong. They will make it about you. They will become the victim of the circumstances and escape with what they have done. Guilt trip you into thinking you are extremely controlling, or you are overthinking things, you have an unhealthy mind, you are overreactive, and all that. A point comes, you stop asking them because you know you're not going to get any real answer and they're not to stop. If this is what's happening, if they're not taking accountability for anything, if it is extremely difficult for them to be genuinely apologetic, leave and don't look back. A relationship is run by compromise. Both partners have to compromise in one or the other way because they are a part of each other's life. A narcissist, though, will never compromise. They will make you compromise. They'll make you choose their choices and make their decisions your decisions. That is the only change that happens. They do not change, only you change. And then they too do change as well by getting worse with time. Number three, and the most important one, they will put in effort for the wrong thing in the wrong way. What do I mean by that? A narcissist will leave no stone unturned to get you, to hunt you down, to make you fall for them, to make you think, oh, they're an amazing person. They will mirror, they will project all the good qualities they do not have. They will like what you like. They will mirror your likes, dislikes. Basically, they'll become a reflection of you. They'll do everything. They'll listen. They will pretend to care. They will say sorry, as I said earlier. They will say, I love you so many times. The parent, they will pretend to care about you. They will, you know what I'm talking about. They'll do everything, and that might confuse you. But all of this effort is not genuinely put in to love you. It is put in to establish control. Now, how can you differentiate if a person is putting in efforts to genuinely love you or if they're trying to control you? This is the difference. If they change their behavior once they achieve what they wanted to achieve in the first place and become somebody entirely different than who they pretended to be earlier, that is a narcissist you're dealing with. Why? Because love is not that conditional. If somebody is loyal towards you, they will be always loyal. If somebody respects you, they will always respect you. Love is not transactional either, but a narcissist's love is always transactional. They will give you something which is this nice behavior to get something which probably maybe supply, your attention, money, anything. And once that transaction is completed and closed, you will get to see a monster. That is the actual difference. Imagine a narcissist putting in this kind of effort they put in the beginning consistently throughout the relationship. I mean, loving you the way they loved you in the beginning, caring for you, being kind towards you, and all that. We're talking about a heaven, aren't we? But they do not. They only put in efforts when it benefits. Everything is about their ego. But I must tell you, this person knows what to give you. This person knows how to take care of you, how to be in the relationship. Why else would they do all of those things in the beginning? They know how to be. But later they don't want to be that way. It's not that they unconsciously become that way or something gets switched off or a switch flips. No, they do not care enough. Once they have gotten what they wanted, they don't care anymore. That is the truth. Once you see this dichotomous behavior, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, once you see this nice, bad person, hot and cold cycles, you kind of feel it, you kind of start tasting it leave, no matter where you are at in the relationship with them. It does not matter, because I can guarantee you it's only going to get worse. That's the reality. In conclusion, there are 3 main signs that I can give you today to recognize if you're dealing with a narcissist. Number 1, you have to notice if they have wandering eyes or wandering body. You have to wait and be really cautious, because they may not do those things in the early stages of the relationship. Number 2, they do not take responsibility for anything they do, or they take responsibility but temporarily so, and ultimately change because they are egoistic. Number 3, and the most important one, what's it? Yes, they put in efforts to get the wrong thing, and they put them in the wrong way. They are not consistent, they are conditional, and everything is transactional for them. With that, let me bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate your time and your focus. I will talk with you in the next one. As always, until then, let the healing begin and continue.